In the radiant heart of Eden, where peace reigned and every tree bore fruit in abundance, man and woman walked in harmony with their Creator. Adam and Eve, the first of mankind, knew no shame, no fear, only the joy of tending the garden and dwelling in the presence of God. But the peace would not last. Among the creatures formed by the hand of the Lord, there was one more subtle than all the rest, the serpent. His eyes held cunning, and his words dripped with hidden intent. One day, as Eve wandered near the center of the garden, the serpent approached. "Yea, hath God said, Ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden?" he asked with feigned curiosity. Eve replied, "We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God hath said, Ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die." The serpent's voice turned smooth and bold. "Ye shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil." Eve paused. The fruit was beautiful, rich in color, and seemingly full of promise. It stirred a longing in her heart, to be wise, to be more. She reached up, took the fruit, and ate. Then, turning to Adam, who stood beside her, she gave it to him, and he ate also. At once their eyes were opened. But what they saw was not power, it was shame. They were naked, frightened, and exposed. They sewed fig leaves together to cover themselves and hid among the trees. In the cool of the day, they heard the sound of the Lord God walking in the garden. Their hearts pounded as they crouched behind the trees. And the Lord called out, "Adam, where art thou?" Adam answered, "I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid, because I was naked, and I hid myself." "Who told thee that thou wast naked?" the Lord asked. "Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat?" Adam looked down and said, "The woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat." The Lord turned to Eve. "What is this that thou hast done?" Eve whispered. "The serpent beguiled me, and I did eat." The Lord God's voice thundered in judgment. First to the serpent, "Because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel." To the woman he said, "I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children. Thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee." And to Adam, "Because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree, cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles shall it bring forth. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it wast thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust shalt thou return." And yet, even as judgment was pronounced, the mercy of God remained. The Lord God made coats of skins for Adam and Eve and clothed them. Then he said, "Behold, The man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he take also of the tree of life and eat, and live forever. So God sent Adam out of the garden to till the ground from which he was taken. And at the east of Eden, he placed cherubim and a flaming sword that turned every way to guard the way to the tree of life. The garden was closed, but the story of redemption had just begun.